Hi guys, Ray here. I'm the Freedive Nomad. Today I'm going to pack my bag to go to Taiwan, which I'm going to, or moving to in about 2 or 3 weeks. I'm gonna try to fit all of this into my big Freedive bag, and then we're gonna weigh it. Make sure to watch to the end to find out my secret for wrinkle-free face. Look at this. I'm almost 48 years old. You see any wrinkles? Do you see any wrinkles? Do you see any wrinkles? I know part of the reason why a lot of people got into free diving is because of it's a bit minimalist compared to scuba, where you have this big BCD and a tank, and carrying all your stuff around is quite cumbersome. But having been a free diver now well over a year, it's I got a lot of shit. So I gotta fit it all into here. My weight limit is 23 kilos, and so let's see if I can fit everything in here. So this is my bag. It's probably on the pricier side, but the reason why is because it's got wheels. This thing is I paid about $200 for in Taiwan. One without wheels I think is about $60 to $100 cheaper. So yeah, I thought it was worthwhile to pay for the wheels, because otherwise that's gonna get heavy. So the first one to do is layer the bottom with a wetsuit for shock protection. This is my 5 mil, actually it's a 5.5 mil wetsuit from Polo Sub from Italy. These guys are great because I ordered it in around March, right when they went to go shut down, and they kept me updated regarding the shutdown and how long it would take to make. After the shutdown ended, or the lockdown, it took 3 weeks for it to get to me. So quite pleased with them. The construction is, I mean, you look at the stitching, is quite strong. The only thing I don't like about them is they don't have a great selection in terms of colors. So this is open cell. So you want the line part on the outside so you don't damage the inside. Put that on the bottom. The pants. And then that is to protect the fins. These are my first Freedive fins I've ever bought. They're leader fins, and they have lasted me all the way through my instructor certification. These are fiberglass, medium stiffness. I wish I would have gotten soft stiffness, but when I get to Taiwan, I'm gonna get a new pair of fins. But I think this is a great beginner to advanced fin, and it was about $200 bought in Taiwan. These aren't, the fiberglass are not that fragile, so you don't really need, like a hard casing for it. But if you have carbon fins, I'd go with hard casing. My watches, this is my Sunto D4F. This is especially for freediving. That's my scuba watch, which you can't really use for freediving. Put it in there. This is one of my waterproof bags. Bought this in El Nido, Philippines. GoPro, essential as a freedive instructor, so you can review technique with your students. This is the GoPro 7 I just bought a couple days ago. $220 now. Decided not to go with 8 or 9 because I didn't really need all the functions there. My swim trunks usually go with board shorts, but that bunches in the wetsuit. So when I'm feeling particularly sexy, yeah, that's what I go with. But that's rare. These are little aqua socks. When you go shore diving, a lot of times it's rocky. Not everywhere is like a nice powdered sand when you do entry. And so I bought these in Gilead because it's quite rocky on the beach there. And so they get very small. So you just fit into the buoy. This is a little hat that I bought on Amazon. As you can see, it's got a little strap there. On my wetsuits, both of them have hoods. But when you have the hood on, it's very difficult to hear. So when I'm instructing, I don't like to wear the hood. The next wetsuit I'm gonna get is gonna be hoodless. And I'll wear this. Kind of look like the dude from my octopus teacher. And if you haven't seen my review on the octopus teacher, hit that link. This is my Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu rash guard. I wear when I'm teaching statics or pool sessions. I don't want to get burnt. This is a little die kind of knife, but it doesn't have any like exposed blades. And so if you have like some rope or string, or you can just kind of do that and cut it very, very sharp. So that can cut through like a 10 mil rope pretty easily. Always go with this 5% solution of white vinegar and water. Spray it in my ears after diving in order to disinfect it. Now I dove in Gillier for 4 weeks. Every time I dove, I squirt this into my ears, never got an ear infection. And then diving in a lake here, maybe about 1 or 2 months of diving, I got a bad ear infection, couldn't dive for 2 weeks. So 5% white vinegar. These are socks. These are little micro socks. I don't need particularly thick ones because my feet don't really get cold. You can tell, a bit of a theme. I do like hot pink. But I got about 6 of these. You never know if students need them or whatever. If I start getting a blister on my ankles. So I bought these on AliExpress. Very cheap. I think it's about $3 a piece. AliExpress. First aid kit always. Hot pink. Another waterproof sort of thing where I put my phone and keys and wallet. Hot pink, easier to find. These are some spare clips that I use for neck weights. Neoprene patch, 3 mil, which is smooth skin, pretty damaged. So I use this to repair it. A spare octopus pulley system. This is the original one, the smaller one. Yeah, always good to have spare. Right now I'm using the XL, which is the newer model. And if you haven't seen my review on that, just click up there to see if you want to upgrade to the Octopus XL pulley system. Gloves, these are I think 3 mil gloves. So my feet don't get cold, but if I'm diving in cold water, my hands get cold. And so that's why I have these neoprene gloves. I actually have about 5 masks, and these are just 3. A question I get asked a lot, and I see on the internet is, what is the best mask for freediving? And there's an answer to it because it comes down to what fits your face the best. And I'm having a lot of trouble finding masks that fit my face that doesn't leak. A lot of the masks that I use, they leak beyond 30 meters, which is a bit annoying. And so that's why I buy so many masks. This is actually an amazing deal if you have more of a narrow face. This is bought on Amazon. It's $15 and it's tempered glass. And I think for $15, it's a great deal if it fits your face. This is the Salvamar fluid goggles. Bought these in Singapore, and this is, for my face, has been the best one. I saw these Tusa ones on Amazon. They had like this really big squirt, and I thought that would help hold or keep from leaking, but yeah, these didn't fit me too well. But look all right. Generally want to put your masks in boxes so they don't get bent or scratched. Next time I'll probably put the socks inside here, insulate it a bit more, and to save space. Just chuck these in there. This is TG-6 with the housing. It's a TG-5 housing. That's because it's $50 cheaper than the TG-6 housing. And I'm all for saving money. Price performance, this is probably one of the better cameras for underwater photography. $250 to $300. The housing was about $150, which is cheap. And now we just have to get the wide angle lens and the dome lens, but that's like another $600. We'll probably wait till we get to Taiwan. get that. I'm gonna chuck this in there, but ideally I would probably bring it onto my carry-on bag. It's kind of expensive. My snorkels, this is the same brand as my bag. They're both Bouchot and they're hot pink. You can tell how weather worn my first snorkel was. So when you get the snorkel, you just want a simple design. The more, if you have like the purge valve and the thing on top, it's just extra stuff you don't need and it'll probably break. So the simpler, the better. I have the snorkel float here, which is hard to find, but I just tuck it under my strap and I've lost it plenty of times and it kind of just floated up to the surface. So I like that. You know, I bought the hot pink just because I like hot pink, but it actually has a pretty practical purposes because underwater, if there's a lot of people and there's a video or photo, a lot easier to spot who you are with the pink snorkel. And also, if you're boat diving and all your equipment is like chucked into the center as we did in Gilead, a lot of diving equipment is black. So a lot easier to find the pink snorkel. Practical. The Taiwan flag. Got this to take photos underwater. What you want to do though is, if you bring a flag underwater, you want to sew a coin on the corner so it's easier to unfold and hang and just won't be floating around. This is my lanyard. It's a free experience lanyard. And the reason I liked it, number one, is because it's a green line. And this is the most visible color underwater, the green. And so there's two kinds of carabiners. There's an aluminum one, which is lighter, and then the stainless steel one, which is heavier. You want the lighter one when you're doing free immersion, so you can use your hands ahead of the carabiner so you don't get mixed up in it. And this is for more when you're doing constant weight or constant no fins. And so, as you can see, you can swap it out here. But I haven't really done that yet. I use this as a bottom weight. Some shops I've seen use weight belt with about 7 weights on it. A lot of people in the US, they use kettlebells, but because of lockdown and people doing home gyms, shortage of stock of kettlebells, and so the price has gone up. This was $15 at Bass Pro Shop, and this is a boat anchor. It's called a mushroom anchor, so this is probably one of the best deals in terms of bottom weights. My float, this I bought on Amazon. It's Maris, whatever. You put a little flag here. A lot of things I like, and a lot of things I don't like about this. Number one, oh, that's for my waterproof timer stopwatch. We'll put that in a waterproof bag. Bought that on Amazon. One thing I don't like about it is, frankly, there's not enough room inside the buoy. It barely fits. I have 150 feet, which is about 44 meters. So it just barely fits my rope in there. It's 10 millimeters, 44 meters. And so there's not much room for anything else. No issues, a lot of handles, a lot of things that clip your carabiners on. I like to put two, usually there's two carabiners on the bottom. So this is really easy to deflate, which is one of the things I like about it. And you can just blow it up pretty quickly by blowing in the tube. This was bought on Amazon. It's about $150. It's okay. The drainage could be better. And usually I like the buoys that have sort of a net or meshing on top where you can put stuff in there. If I design my own buoy, I think I'll put like a little part on the side somewhere to put your beer. A water bottle. This rope I bought on internet it's called Outdoor Express, I believe. I'll put a link below, but I think it's a really great price. This is a climbing rope. And I don't know if that means anything to you, but I noticed that it's hard to burn your hands with these. So this was $87.99, basically about just over 50 cents a foot, which is a pretty good deal, I think, in the US. The Octopus XL. So that's about 44 meters. Where we dive near in Vegas, it's the visibility is quite bad sometimes, and so we need underwater flashlights. I got this for $60-something, and then this wrist strap attachment is another $10. But this is super bright and it lasted me 2 sessions that were about an hour and a half to 2 hours each. So I like my janky neck weight. I'll put it in. I think this one's a 1 kilo, and if it's overweight, then I'm gonna wear it on the plane as jewelry. And comment below if you've ever worn your neck weight through the airport or in the airplane as jewelry, as you don't want to check it in. That is my weight belt, silicone or rubber weight belt. And if you read Chinese, you can see my name is possibly the easiest Chinese name you can ever give your child. I recently asked my parents whether they did that on purpose, and they're like, of course. This is a Mulchinals like fin bag that I use to like carry around on the scooter. Conditioner, just regular hair conditioner to use to get into an open cell wetsuit a lot easier, or if I get kind of lonely at night, as me and my wife are going to be long distance for a few months due to visa issues or quarantine and all that stuff. My massage gun, and oh my god, I love this. When you spend a lot of time finning all day with your long fins, you know, your quads, your IT band, this is the best. I just lay up in bed like, oh my god. I think this is acrylic, so I'm gonna have to be super careful of how I pack this, make sure it's protected. But I'm not gonna pack it because it's already getting a little bit tight, and I didn't do a great job of fitting it in. This is my first freediving wetsuit. It's lined on the inside, smooth skin on the outside. It's from GNC, some grease. And what I like about them is Yamamoto, and it's got a lot of colors to choose from. See, I did a lot of repair here. And I wouldn't go with the Velcro, I'd probably go with frog clips. You have to do it inside out because otherwise the outside will be damaged. Put it on top for cushioning. This is also a yoga ball. It's great, obviously, for stretching your intercostal muscles. Essential for all freedivers. But I'm a little lazy. I'm not gonna deflate this and stick it in. I'm pretty sure it can fit in. Now I just gotta close this. All right. $24.5, so a little bit heavy. I think my allowance is 23. Oh yeah, my neck weight's in there. The TG-6 camera, so I'll take those out and I'll make the weight. So yeah, it's okay.
What are you doing?
Oh, it's my red light therapy.
What for?
The wrinkles on my face.
But you don't have any wrinkles.
Exactly. What the f do you want?
Do the end.
Are you filming now?
Yes.
Guys, if you liked the video, please subscribe and comment below what you liked about the video, what you didn't like about the video, or suggestions for topics in the future. A lot of videos planned in the future. A lot of it's going to be on beginner freediving shit, but yeah, there'll be other tips like in terms of traveling and freediving in Taiwan. will be some of the topics. I thought